Hello everyone, today we're taking a look at the Hyundai i30. Now this is the third generation which debuted in 2016 and is still on the market today. You can still buy these new here in New Zealand, and this particular one we're looking at today is the base model with the 1.5 litre petrol engine with a 6-speed automatic. Now we have 15-inch alloy wheels all around. We have no keyless entry on this model. It's a traditional key. Manual seats. You can see the adjustment there. We'll take a hop in. So first thoughts in the car, it's actually quite nice. It is very well built. You can see that it doesn't really look too much like a base model inside, well in my opinion. We don't have climate air conditioning, we have the base air conditioning, but it still looks rather good. We have the Hyundai touchscreen here, which is we'll take a look at shortly. Not a lot of safety features on this one. We do actually pick up blind spot monitoring on both mirrors and rear traffic alert. You can see we've got full electric windows, we have power folding mirrors, full electric mirrors there, and here we have your instrument cluster illumination, electronic stability control, and your tyre pressure monitoring. So other than that, it is quite a nice place to be. I'm 6'2" and I don't have the seat all the way back. I can actually move it back a little bit more, but it almost feels too far forward, too far back, sorry, I should say, for me. So great car if you're tall, because it feels like right off the bat there is a lot of adjustment. Steering wheel is fully telescopic as well, so you can forward, back, up, down, a lot of adjustments, so you can get really comfy in this car. So we'll go take a look in the back seat and see what it's like there. Now I've left the seat in my driving spot and it's not really working. So it is a bit cramped in the back here, as are most small hatchbacks. My knee room is nil-existent, so if I was in the back, that seat would definitely have to go forward. And headroom is a bit of an issue. My head is up against the roof here, so it is pretty, well, somewhat average. We don't have an armrest in the middle here, but we do have a place for your drink bottle, and no air conditioning vents, no USB, so yeah, a little bit disappointing in the back here. We'll see if the boot is any better. So we'll go take a look in the boot. Now the boot capacity in this is 395 litres, compared to the equivalent Toyota Corolla hatch you're looking at 367, so it does have a bigger boot than a Toyota Corolla. The other car you may be considering is the Kia Cerato, and the Cerato has even bigger boots, so 430 litres, so even bigger again than both of them. Now what I do like is that these seats do fold flat to give you good load capacity. You have a couple of tie downs here as well, a luggage hook, and a 12-volt power point, which does make it quite handy. You also have a full-size spare in there. Because it's the entry-level model, we don't have an electric powered tailgate. Alright, so we'll hop in and take it for a drive. Alright, so in the i30, here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up. So, infotainment, nice and easy to use. We have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. We don't have any built-in navigation in this one. Reverse camera isn't bad. There is no reverse sensor, sorry, on this model. And the camera quality, it's okay. It is a little bit faded or sort of foggy, but you do get the gist of it. Down here we have two 12 volts, a USB, and plenty of space for your phone or wallet. And we have drive mode, which you can switch between eco, normal, and sport. So we'll leave it in eco for starters, and we'll see how we go. Now on the it is 6-speed. You do have a Tiptronic option as well, so you can push up to change gear, to go change up a gear, down to change down. And other than that, it's all pretty nice and easy. So let's take it for a drive and we'll see how it goes. so initial thoughts driving the Hyundai i30. Well, it is actually nice to drive. It's quiet, it feels very well made. This car is 4 years old, it's 2021, and it's done 74,000 kilometers, and this was an ex-rental car, so it would have been 74,000 hard kilometers. And it's holding up really well. It feels really good. No rattles, no creaks, touchscreen's working well, very sort of minimal wear and tear inside the car. My first thoughts though is that 1.5 litre, it's only got 81 kilowatts and it just feels a little bit underpowered. Right, put our foot down to see what the pickup's like. Well, that 1.5 definitely feels like it's working very hard. It's 105 horsepower and well, it doesn't even feel very zippy, to be honest. The gearbox works well, but definitely doesn't feel very zippy at all. Put our foot down here. I mean, it gets there, it just takes a fair while. Once you're cruising, once you're sitting at speed, it sits on it very nicely, but if you are a driver that wants a bit of power when needed, well, you might want to look at other options. Interesting, the fuel economy you can see here, it was sitting at 5.9 litres per 100 at the start of the drive. We're now sitting at 6.1. Obviously, I have been making it work a bit, but interestingly, the Toyota Corolla 2 litre petrol hatch gives better fuel economy and it's got a whole 60 horsepower more than this car. So I kind of feel like yeah, the Corolla would probably be a better buy if you I actually think the Corolla feels better on the inside as well than this. Comparing model for model, the entry-level Corolla that we get here in New Zealand versus this, and they are a similar price point as well. Well, were, as Toyota only offer hybrids now. So definitely check out a Corolla, as if you do need a bit more power, well, that's got certainly a lot more power, and you're not paying it with economy either. You're actually getting better fuel economy than this, and I'd say that's with the help of Toyota's CVT. Do a 0 to 100. We will of course put it into sport, and let's see how we go. Didn't feel too bad. You can really hear that 1.5 working. 105 horsepower. Did 12.66 seconds 0 to 100 kilometers and 0 to 60 kilometers in 5.56 seconds. the 8th mile in 11.9. Well, it's not quick. Gotta say, it does handle quite well, really. I mean, I'm not throwing it around the corners, and I'm sure it doesn't handle like an i30N, but it just has minimum body roll. Handling feels good. I feel like I just need a little bit of momentum with that 1.5 litre, but it's, you know, it actually drives really well, this car. I just feel like the engine's underpowered and the equipment level isn't quite as good as the likes of a Corolla. If you are looking at you know, hatchbacks, definitely look at the Corolla. Take the Cerato out if you're comparing it to this, because I think you will notice the power. Even if you're not really a spirited driver, you'll just see the ease of it, because this just feels a little bit laggy at times. And in turn, as you can see, the fuel economy is just going up driving around these areas, because it's just having to work that little bit harder than something with a bit more power. I drove it really nice when I picked it up, and that's when I was getting 5.9, 5.8 litres per 100. But I did have to treat it really, really nice and sort of drive around that 90 kilometers an hour, really. That's the 2021 Hyundai i30. It actually surprised me how well this car drives on the open road, and the driver adjustment. If you're over 6 foot and looking for a hatchback, this could be well worth a look. However, in saying that, its lack of features, lack of power would definitely make me look at alternatives such as the Toyota Corolla. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.